Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another video, bro. Hope y'all guys having a great day so far. As you see behind me, bro, we got some crazy stuff happening in this one, bro. Like, oop, I started it. Okay, well, you seen the monster. Okay, you seen the monster. All right, but this says true. 3 true creepy stories. That can't be true, bro. There's no way nah. Anyway, let's get straight into the video, bro. Hope y'all have an amazing day so far. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I got my big old bowl of Apple Jacks right here, as you can see. See, we eating good. We eating good out here. All right. Hope y'all have y'all snacks with y'all. Let's get right into it.
Moving in with a new roommate was supposed to be a fresh start. After a messy breakup and the end of my lease, finding
always a
Megan's
breakup.
ad for a room felt like a stroke of luck. The apartment was charming. A vintage
Oh, hell.
two-bedroom in Hartwood.
Yo, bro, no. Get her out. For $40 a month, she already up to something shady, bro. Get her out of here. Nah, bro. Why is she like just sitting there? It looks like she haven't washed her face in like 15 years, bro.
Floors and a small balcony overlooking
Did she come
the
on the
city.
planet looking like that?
Megan was quiet and a little weird looking. She had big dark circles and red eyes. On the first night,
What
as
is
I
she, the big
unpacked
bad wolf?
boxes in my new room, I heard faint scraping noises coming from the walls. It was a rhythmic sound, like nails dragging across plaster. I pressed my ear against the cold surface.
Is someone there?
Silence. At breakfast the next morning, I mentioned it casually.
Hey, do you ever hear weird noises at night? Like scratching?
Megan
Look,
looked
yeah, those
up
are my
from her
friends.
tea, her
They're
expression
my best friends.
unreadable.
It's an old building. It makes sounds.
She sipped slowly, her gaze lingering on me just a moment too long. Days passed and the unsettling noises continued. One evening, I noticed tiny holes in the walls of my bedroom, almost imperceptible. They were strategically placed, one facing my bed, another the bathroom. Peering through one, I saw only darkness. I grabbed some tape and paper, covering them up. But the next morning, the coverings were
Smart.
gone. The holes
Dang.
seemed wider. A sense of violation washed over me. I confronted Megan.
Don't y'all share a
Did you
room?
remove the paper I put on my wall?
She glanced at me, eyes reflecting the dim kitchen light.
Why would I go into your room? Maybe you imagined putting them up.
Look at her
That
teeth.
night, sleep eluded me.
What, she be eating
Every creak
rocks?
of the apartment amplified my paranoia. Around 2 a.m., I heard the scraping again, louder this time, almost agitated. It seemed to move along the wall, stopping right
That's not
behind
no
my
scraping, bro. That's her
headboard.
eating
I
boulders.
whispered into the darkness.
Who are you? What do you want?
A faint giggle echoed in
She want
response.
boulders.
The following day, I found
And
my
rocks.
closet door ajar. Clothes I hadn't worn were missing. Hours later, they reappeared, folded neatly on my bed. A scent clung to them, a mix of damp earth and something sweet, almost rotten. I decided to stay out late, avoiding the apartment. At a coffee shop, I opened my laptop to distract myself, but the webcam light flickered on in the middle. I frowned, clicking to disable it. Moments later, an anonymous message popped up on my screen.
Why don't you want me to see you?
Who is this nigga, bro?
My heart raced.
Who's stalking hard?
No response. I slammed the laptop shut and headed home. In my room, I locked the door and pushed a chair against it. Exhausted, I collapsed onto the bed, clutching a kitchen knife under my pillow. Sometime during the night, I felt a presence.
Yo,
My
she be in
eyes
your
fluttered open
room?
to see Megan standing at the foot of my bed, her silhouette illuminated by the faint glow of the streetlights outside.
Megan? What are you doing?
She tilted her head.
You were screaming. I wanted to make sure you're okay.
No.
I hadn't screamed.
No.
Please, get out.
She lingered for a moment before slipping out of the room.
Why she
The
look
next
like
morning, I
that?
decided I couldn't stay there any longer. I began packing, determined to leave by nightfall. As I
No.
gathered my things, a small flash drive fell out of one of my boxes. I didn't
Ooh.
recognize it. Curiosity overrode caution. Plugging it into the laptop, I
Why
opened
her
the
mouth just,
only
like, drop
folder on
open
it
like that? What
labeled
the-
For Claire. Dozens of video files appeared, each marked with a date. Clicking on the most recent one, my screen filled with a grainy night vision recording of my bedroom. I watched in horror as footage played of me sleeping, tossing and turning. The timestamp
What?
was from the night before. My breath caught as
You
the
just leave your
camera
computer
panned,
open?
revealing Megan
That's kinda great.
standing in the corner watching me. Her eyes gleamed unnaturally in the infrared
This ain't real,
light.
bro.
I clicked on another file. It showed me in the
Whoa.
bathroom, undressing
Whoa.
for a shower. Tears blurred
Whoa.
my vision as I realized the extent of the invasion. A final file sat at the bottom of the list, titled Tonight. With a shaking hand, I opened it. It was a live feed of my room. From the angle, it was clear the camera was inside the wall. Suddenly, the video shook and a message flashed across the screen.
I'm coming.
A loud
Pause?
thud resonated
Pause?
from the hallway. Panic
Pause?
surged through me. I grabbed my phone to call the police, but there was no signal. The lights flickered and then went out, plunging the apartment into darkness. Footsteps approached. The doorknob rattled.
Claire, let me in.
Her voice was distorted. I backed away, clutching the knife. The door creaked open. It shouldn't have. I'd locked it.
Yo, bro.
She stood there, but
Who
something was
is your
wrong.
bro? This is
Her
straight from
limbs
It,
were
bro.
too long,
This is
joints
literally straight from
bending
It, bro.
at
This the old lady
unnatural
from It.
angles. Her face was dark, eyes sunken deep.
You shouldn't have tried to leave.
I screamed, darting past her and into the hallway. From behind, I heard the scraping, the same I'd heard in the walls, now amplified, chasing
Who's
me.
your roommate, bro?
Bursting
There's no
into
way
the
this is
living room,
true.
I found the front door, but it wouldn't budge. Megan's laughter echoed. Desperate, I smashed a window with a nearby chair and crawled
Type-
out, cutting myself on the shards. I ran into the night, not stopping until I reached a brightly lit gas station. The attendant stared as I stumbled in, disheveled and bleeding. Miss, are you okay? I tried to explain, words tumbling incoherently. They called the police, who arrived swiftly. I told them everything about Megan, the cameras, the
You know
flash
what?
drive.
You know
An
what?
officer frowned. Ma'am, that building's been abandoned for years. My
What?
blood turned to ice.
No. I moved in last week. Megan is my roommate.
They exchanged glances. We'll take a look.
They finna
The
put
last
her
tenant
somewhere.
in that apartment was a woman named Margaret, who died decades ago.
They finna put
escorted
her in a
me
place.
back. The building stood ahead, windows boarded up, graffiti covering the walls. Inside, dust coated every surface. My belongings were nowhere to be seen. In the apartment where I'd lived, only decay remained. But in the center of the living room sat a single item, a vintage camcorder on a tripod, pointing towards the door. Attached was a note in familiar handwriting.
Thank you for the performance.
I stared in disbelief. The officers guided me outside as I trembled uncontrollably.
You know, there's a simple solution to that type of story. You feel me? Carry a gun. Look, sometimes you just gotta take extreme precautions. You feel me? I would have shot her as soon as I saw her open it when I opened the door. You feel me? Cause there's no way your skin is blacker than mine's. You got red eyes like a shrink. Like you think you're in a Chiha or something, bro. You're not in Naruto, bro. What are you doing with red bloodshot eyes? And then the holes in the wall, bro. I would have been taking knives and stuffing them in the wall, bro. Every night, like whoever seen through it, bro, they ain't finna see no more, bro. Straight in the
It's
eye.
strange how close someone can come to your heart without you ever realizing they're slowly squeezing it, draining life away with every beat. Claudia and I were sisters in every sense of the word, except blood. Ever since I met her 20 years back at a charity event, she'd been there through everything. My marriage, Jake's birth, my divorce. When Mike left, it was Claudia who stood by my side, mopping my tears and helping
Huh?
me piece together my shattered life.
That son is ugly.
Jake
Your kid is
loved her
ugly.
too. So when I had
Get him
my
out of
hip
here.
surgery, I didn't think twice about letting her practically move in to help. I trusted her with everything. She cooked, cleaned, and took care of Jake. She was my rock, always smiling that warm, understanding smile. But then the cracks began to show. Tiny things, almost invisible at first. The sickness had started shortly after Jake's 17th birthday. A simple cold at first, nothing to be concerned about. Then it grew and kept growing until the fatigue became unbearable, creeping into my bones. No matter how much I rested, it only deteriorated. I was in
Dang.
and out of the doctor's office, subjecting myself to tests that gave no answers. No matter what
She
I
had
tried,
COVID.
no matter how many pills they shoved down my throat, my body was failing me. It wasn't until later I got to know that it wasn't just my body failing. Claudia began acting strange. She was quieter around Jake, visibly more nervous. At first,
Ooh.
I ignored it. What was there to doubt? She was a
Ooh,
mother
what they
figure
was
for
doing?
Jake, right?
What was they
and
doing?
the stress of caring for me and Jake couldn't have been easy. I asked her about it once. We were sitting in my dimly lit living room, the cold shadows pressing against the walls like silent spectators. Claudia giggled nervously.
Jake ain't our tiny boy anymore, Lila. He's growing up and learning things that he wants to experience.
Claudia
He hit on
avoided
her.
my eyes, but I had seen it. The wave of disgust had almost knocked me over. I needed to have a chat with Jake. That afternoon, Claudia was out shopping when I brought it up with Jake.
Shouldn't like
we
Jake.
were alone, and the house was heavy with the kind of silence that bruises deep into your skin.
Jake, has she ever tried to
Jake?
touch you?
I started, my voice shaky.
What is Claudia to you?
He looked at me, confused at first, then his nostrils flared. My son was furious at the accusation. He suggested I'd interrogate her friend instead. She had been suggesting me things, Mom. The way
Ooh.
he said it, his voice strained, almost panicked, sent a shiver down my
Uh-oh.
spine. I kept quiet because I didn't want to stress you out. I dismissed
Uh-oh.
his claims of innocence, a growing teen fueled by hormones, seeing things that weren't there. Claudia had always treated him like her own son. It had to be him. You don't understand, Mom. He snapped, his face flushed with frustration. I'll prove it to you. I should have listened, but instead I brushed him
Oh,
off.
she said, shut up.
That night, my
don't say no more.
malaise worsened. My
Don't say
skin
no
felt
more.
cold and clammy. My breath came in shallow gasps. I was trapped in my body, helpless as it collapsed under the weight of an illness I could not understand. I laboriously dragged my sweaty body towards Claudia's room, hoping to get help. Little did I know, I was in for the biggest shock of my life. I overheard Claudia. She was on the phone to someone. Her voice was a low, eerie whisper.
I'm going to take him away forever.
She said. Him? Her words clawed at my mind, sending a wave of nausea through me. Who was she talking to? What did she mean?
Ew. Your
Before I
friend,
could confront her,
your friend,
Jake
your friend, the
stormed in and
diddler.
dragged me out to the hospital, pale and frantic. In his hands, he held vials, small glass containers, and petri dishes he'd found hidden in Claudia's room earlier. He showed me the labels.
She been poisoning
words I
her.
didn't
That's crazy.
understand, but they reeked of a lethal scheme. My mind spun. I didn't want to
Dog.
believe it. Not Claudia. Not her. But
Yo,
deep
man,
down, I knew.
snake is sliming on you, bro.
I immediately rang Dr. Maya, an old colleague from my nursing days, begging her to help me. She ran the tests, and when the results came back, they shattered what little remained of my world. The infections weren't natural, they were induced. Someone had been slowly poisoning me, introducing resistant bacteria into my system. That someone
What?
was Claudia. The
Ew.
realization hit me like a freight train. The woman I'd trusted with my life, my son's life, had been killing me, slowly, methodically, for months, all to take Jake away. I
What she
couldn't
want with
breathe.
Jake though?
Dr. Maya called the authorities. Detective O'Hara, an investigator, took over, and soon the FBI got involved. They set a trap. Claudia had been expecting another shipment of the bacteria. This time, they intercepted it.
Dang.
The
With the
night they
guns at the
arrested her,
door?
I watched from the window as they pulled her away in handcuffs. She fought, screamed, and denied everything. But under the weight of the evidence, she had to crack. Claudia confessed how she believed I wasn't fit to raise Jake and didn't deserve Mike. She thought I was a
Damn.
failure, and everyone involved in
Damn.
my life deserved better.
Damn. She was a top tier hater. That's crazy. I ain't never seen someone take the level of hate to that. Like, bro, she didn't live an entire life with this girl just because she hated her. That's crazy. That's
Necessary.
weird.
She screamed. I shuddered when the police car's red and blue lights faded into the night. Claudia
What
was
time is
gone,
it?
but her
This is the
shadow
only video I can
lingered,
record.
a stain I'd never be able to wash away. Claudia was everything Jake and I talked about for days to come. We had survived, but the world felt colder now, darker. There was no more illusions left, just the terrifying truth that the truth might be what the eyes couldn't see, and everything that we see isn't always the truth.
Wait.
Moving into
She
a
probably
new
got
apartment
Mike
in the
divorce
city
her.
was supposed to be a fresh start. After months of searching, I finally found a place that fit my budget and came with a roommate named Rachel. She was quiet and had her quirks. The first night after unpacking,
Get a little
I
quirky
took a
at
long
night.
shower to wash away the stress. The bathroom was small but clean, with a clawfoot tub and a shower curtain adorned with abstract patterns. I closed the curtain fully before stepping in, enjoying the hot water cascading over me. When I finished, I noticed the curtain was slightly ajar. Shrugging it off, I dried myself and headed to bed.
Y'all
In the
take.
morning,
Hold
as I
on.
made my way
Y'all take shot. This something. Oh, let me shut up, bro. That sounds super suspicious to be asking anyway. But why are you taking a
to
shower
the
with your
kitchen,
eyes
I
closed?
noticed wet footprints leading from the bathroom to Rachel's room. They were
Oh.
small, like mine, but I hadn't been in the bathroom since the night before.
Hey, Rachel. Did you take a shower last night?
She looked up from her cereal, a hint of confusion on her face.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe. Look, maybe she just stumbled in there by accident. You feel me? Maybe she had a little too much to drink, or did a little too much of some of the green lettuce. You feel me? And she just was like, like, hey, I hear the shower room, but I don't think nobody here to shower. So maybe she was like, I'm gonna take a shower. Maybe she walked up in there, and she peeped. She was like, oh no, my homegirl's in there. Let me like get up out of here real quick. You feel me? I'm trying to make people not seem as creepy, bro. Cause like this is creepy. The first we had like a whole ghost monster. Then this second one we just had like some creepy hater. Like there's no way this one could be any worse, bro.
I went to bed early.
This has
Why?
to be like easy.
I hesitated.
I don't
No
know.
reason. Must have been my imagination.
Over the next few days, the unsettling incidents continued. My toothbrush disappeared from its holder, only to reappear in my room, damp and with a strange metallic taste when I used it. One
She was trying to
evening,
poison
I
you.
returned home to find the shower running. Steam billowed from under the bathroom door. Knocking softly, I called out.
Rachel? You in there?
No response. I opened the door cautiously. The room was empty, the mirror fogged over. Written in
Lisa?
the condensation was my name, scrawled repeatedly. My heart pounded.
Rachel, this isn't funny.
She
It's
appeared
always
behind
some
me,
wish.
startling me.
What's wrong?
I pointed to the mirror.
Did you do this?
She glanced at the mirror, her face unreadable.
I don't see anything.
I
Oh.
blinked, and when I looked back, the writing was gone.
Oh,
Sleep
so you're just going
became
crazy.
difficult. Every creak in the
Dang,
apartment
she's
set
going
my
crazy.
nerves
She
on
is the
edge.
crazy roommate.
One night, a soft whispering pulled me from sleep. I strained to listen. Throwing off the covers, I crept toward the sound. It led me to the bathroom. The door was slightly
What's with the
open,
bathroom?
a sliver of light cutting through the darkness.
Is it
Peering
haunted?
inside, I saw Rachel standing in front of the mirror, her hands tracing circles on its surface.
Rachel?
She didn't turn.
She doesn't see. She doesn't know.
A chill ran down my spine.
Know what?
Her head snapped toward me, eyes wide and lips curled into a grin that didn't reach her eyes.
You're up late.
I backed away.
Couldn't sleep.
She stepped closer.
You should rest.
This is why I can't do
Big day
roommates, bro.
tomorrow.
I fled to my room.
This is why I can't do
locking the
roommates,
door
bro.
behind me.
I can't do roommates,
Determined to
bro.
uncover what was happening, I decided to search Rachel's room while she was out. Her room was sparse, a neatly made bed, a dresser, and an odd number of mirrors lining the walls.
That's
but as I
even.
opened her closet, my missing
well, 3
items
mirrors on one
tumbled
wall
out.
is crazy.
Clothes, towels, even my hairbrush, all
Ew.
arranged meticulously. At the back of the closet, I found a notebook filled with pages upon pages of handwriting. It was my name, written over and over,
Not the little
interspersed
gremlin.
with bizarre sketches of faces, some mine, others distorted versions. A floorboard creaked behind me.
Looking for something?
I spun around,
Oh.
the notebook clutched to my chest.
Why do you have my things?
She tilted her head, eyes glinting.
Borrowed them. You have such good taste.
I tried to
You couldn't
steady
just
my voice.
ask, bro.
This isn't normal. You're invading my privacy.
Yeah, no, that's weird, bro.
She took a step forward.
Can't be doing that.
Privacy? We're roommates. We share everything.
I edged toward the door.
I think I need to find a new place.
Her smile faded.
You can't leave. Not when we're so close.
I didn't wait to hear more. Pushing past her, I ran
Why
to
they
my
hair the
room to
same?
grab my phone.
Why
As
they
I
hair the
dialed
same?
911,
Their hair was not the
line
same in the
went
beginning,
dead.
bro.
No
That's
signal.
crazy.
Rachel's voice echoed from the hallway.
You won't get away that easily.
Desperate, I tried the front door, but it was bolted shut, the lock jammed. Panic surged. Rushing back to the bathroom, I thought of escaping through the window. As I entered, something caught my eye. A small red light blinking in the mirror. Leaning in, I realized it wasn't a mirror at all, but a two-way window with a camera embedded behind it. A video
What?
feed played on Rachel's tablet, propped discreetly on the counter. It was me, in various states of undress.
Hey, yo,
showering,
brother.
brushing my teeth,
Yo, the
even
cheek is
sleeping.
crazy.
Horror washed over me.
What have you done?
Rachel stood in the doorway, blocking my exit.
I've been documenting us. Our
Us.
Oh,
lives together.
I glared at her.
Us.
Her features seemed to blur for a
Drake.
moment, shifting subtly to resemble mine.
What are you talking about?
She stepped closer, her voice eerily calm.
I've always admired you, Lisa. Your life, your friends, your smile. I want it all.
I realized then that her clothes were mine, fitting her perfectly. Her hair, once brown, now had streaks matching my own blonde
Yeah, nah,
highlights.
bro.
You're insane.
Literally.
She lunged at me,
Dang.
and we
You better-
grappled,
that would've
knocking
been a
over the
mean
table.
uppercut.
The screen
Ooh.
shattered, and a distorted video played, showing her practicing my mannerisms, mimicking my voice. With a surge of adrenaline, I pushed her away and raced toward the kitchen. Grabbing a knife, I faced her.
Stay back.
She laughed, a sound devoid of any warmth.
You can't hurt me. We're the same now.
Sirens wailed in the distance. As I would learn later, a neighbor had heard the commotion and called the police. Rachel's
neighbor, bro.
expression twisted into rage.
You ruined everything.
She charged at me, but before she could reach me, the door burst open and an officer stormed in. Drop the weapon! I realized they were shouting at me. I dropped the knife, hands raised.
Help me. She's trying to steal my identity.
They glanced at Rachel, who now stood cowering, tears streaming down her face.
No
I
way.
don't know what's happening.
No way.
She just attacked me.
No way.
Confusion
No
flooded
way.
me.
No way.
No, she's lying. She's been spying on me.
An
No
officer
way.
gently restrained me.
No! Ask her what happened in Geneva. And then call my mom to confirm.
Her smile faded.
Geneva?
She made up a story about how a burglar had stolen her purse. But then the cops dialed my mother, who confirmed with the fact that I have never been to Geneva. She was arrested.
Oh,
I had to
she
present
got
my
her with that one.
passport as the truth that
She
I
got
had
her with
never
that one.
indeed been there. I don't know why she did that, but I convinced myself that she must have been a psycho to try to become someone else.
She ate with that one. She ate with that one. She ate with that one. So subscribe to me and the channel, Mr. IMR Scary Tales. All right, yo, that's the video, bro. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, all love. Have a great day, an amazing night, and an awesome week. See ya.